Everyone, it seems, is flocking to the internet in search of love. But are they finding it?
Join me as I unscramble the myths of modern love in Lovesick, the web series.
I'm Essie, an Australian filmmaker. Wherever we go, we're surrounded by stories of romantic love. They've even become a part of the way we view our everyday lives. One day we'll meet the one, an ideal partner with the potential to fulfill our entire existence. But what if I told you this story isn't true, and that romantic love is in fact just an invention?
Most people think that romantic love is probably about as most natural a thing as there could be. The specific thing we call romantic love has a very particular historical point of origin, which is in the late Middle Ages in Western Europe. And it comes out of a body of literature more than it does, at least originally, any kind of lived practice. And that literature includes the poems of the troubadours. Marriage was not something you contracted for love. It was something you contracted for the social good, for the purpose of raising children, for a variety of reasons, but love had little to do with it. This literature spoke to the fact that these arranged marriages meant that people had emotional needs that were not satisfied in marriage. The novel plays a key role in the further development of romantic love and its relation to marriage. That seems to begin in the early 19th century. And of course, the key figure here, and one who will be familiar to modern audiences, is Jane Austen. Jane Austen's novels, all of them, are about how a woman can fulfill her desire to marry the man she wants to marry. These novels, not just Austen's, but many, many of them we've forgotten, have had the impact of making people accept the connection between romantic love and marriage. But the same stories were translated from novels into movies and then onto television. So this connection between romantic love and marriage was emphasized over and over again as the 20th century develops. The desire for romantic marriage becomes more intense and more popular, a greater expectation. Marriage itself seems not to be able to answer that desire. Today, we have higher expectations of marriage and relationships probably than ever before. Because intimacy is such a high demand, and because we have not given up the demands of romantic love. One particular version of the the story of romantic love, the fairy tale version. And I call it that because one of the most familiar versions is Cinderella. The story of Cinderella involves a kind of cosmic choice in which the fact that Cinderella's foot fits the slipper that the prince brings to her proves that they are somehow foreordained to be with each other. If there really is only one right person, you're much more likely to go around trying to be sure you found that person. And in real life, of course, there's really no way to know. There isn't a glass slipper. And so people, both men and women, are often hamstrung in their relationships by this notion that they haven't met the right person that they're looking for.